The first CTS was a very credible first entry for Cadillac into the performance luxury space. But as you expect, the second generation is better in every way. One of the ways that it's better, markedly better, is the interior. The editors and I agree on that. It's hard with, whether it's architecture, interior design, or cars, to make modern and clean warm. But they have done it, and they've done it with some really handcrafted materials. The dash, the steering wheel, the leather is actually cut and wrapped by a master craftsman. The steering wheel, really good feel to it, push button controls on it. The overall layout itself, you got a twin cockpit design, this V-shaped center console stack, really well laid out, organized, clean, analog gauges, very easy to read. Just rich feeling. Also, you notice the quiet, tranquility. A lot of that was driven by the fact that the direct injected engines have this injector noise because of the incredibly high pressures. Well, Cadillac says that might be so, but that's unacceptable. So we need to figure that out. They've done some unprecedented measures, like a perimeter seal around the hood. When it seals, it's almost like a door closing. You've got on top, you've got this sound deadening shroud on top. The oil pan is actually designed to mitigate noise, and a laminated firewall to really encapsulate that. And the result is quiet inside, very, very quiet. Great platform for the infotainment center. Art meets technology might be a better way to put it. Look at that, great nav, beautiful screen. Also iPod True interoperability, but a lot more on that on the video spotlight that you should check out after this. Also, more details on a video spotlight, but look at that Ultra View roof. 70% of the roof is open when that is fully deployed. Once you get outside, you're checking out the styling, and it's obvious that this design language that Cadillac started a while ago with the sharp edges, which I've liked from the beginning, has really grown up and kind of matured, come into its own. An extra 2 inches wider really makes all the difference. Not only does it help dynamically, handling-wise, it just gives it a nice, real meaty stance. Speaking of dynamics, this car has also spent a ton of time at the Nürburgring, and the result is impressive. Just really well poised, even zipping along here on PCH, and just a lot of poise and confidence no matter what you're doing. There's 3 levels of handling packages, the FE1, 2, and 3. You can get all-wheel drive in this car. FE1 is geared more towards comfort. FE3, which is rear-wheel drive only, is the most aggressive, limited slip differential, 18-inch wheels. Safety, obviously everybody puts a lot of attention into that. This is no different. You've got the passenger sensing system, which basically a smart airbag, takes into consideration weight and things like that on firing the airbags. Drivetrain, 2 transmissions. You've got a 6-speed manual, which some people say you've got to have a manual for it to be a performance car. I'm not in that camp. I actually think a great automatic is just as satisfying. One of our editors actually said, dare I say, it's more entertaining than the manual on this car. A lot of that has to do with the sport mode. Click it over there, start clicking down through the gears. It's the only automatic I've ever driven that will blip the throttle on downshifts. It'll accept a downshift in more situations than other automatics. Coming up here to a turnout, want to grab a gear? Big rev, almost all the way to red line. The power plants themselves, you've got 2 choices. The 263 horsepower base model, they're both 3.6 liter V8s, but the big news is the new direct injection engine. A technological marvel. More of everything and less fuel. More power, more torque, less fuel. For more about that direct injection engine and the 304 horsepower, click on the next video spotlight.